Good morning. Hello, my sisters. Hi, hello, my queens. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. Hello, Black queens on the rise to recovery. Hello to all of God's favorite daughters. Hello, chosen. Hi, anointed. How are you today? Hi, blessed. Yeah. Hello, patience. Hi, calm. Hello, peace. Hello, peace of mind. Hello, inner peace. How are you? The sobriety police is here on deck, and I honor your position. And I am so grateful that you took the initiative to join the sobriety police so that we can uplift our sisters who have just come in from that storm of a demon substance. Oh, yes. You are blessed and highly favored by our Heavenly Father because you are not afraid to share your testimonies with your sisters. Hello, Miss Do Betters. How are you doing? I have much love for you and I honor your decisions to want better, do better, and because you knew you deserved better. Hi, Focus. How are you doing? Hello, Vision. Oh my goodness, how you guys doing? Hello, Shirley, goodness and mercy. Thank you for following me all the days of my life. Thank you. Thank you very much. As you do know, Jesus is in the building. And if you are here, you can feel him in the atmosphere. Hello to all the listeners out there in podcast land who have subscribed and shared, sent your beautiful comments to Our Father's podcast, PLM, People Like Me, with Denise Jenkins. I am my sister's keeper. I'd like to say hi to Tender Loving Care. How are you? Hi. Yes. And we all know that the today that we build with this grace that God has granted us today to live in this day is for our future, to have a better tomorrow, a strong tomorrow, to build alliances with each other and stand strong and firm in anything that they do. This today that we are building for our tomorrow children will make them resilient. It will make them strong. It will have them to up their standards and not settle for just what they see, to aim higher, go higher, and get more out of life. Yes, this today that we are building for our children's tomorrow, we're going to leave behind a legacy, not just someone's opinion. We're leaving behind a legacy of Black excellence. Courage and strength are here today. Hello, knowledge. Hi, wisdom. Hello, understanding. How you doing? Hello, change. Everyone knows that change is good. Everyone knows. And it adds up too. Hello, money. Hi, Doremi. Hello, De Niro. Doe, how are you? Mhm. I say hello to the billion naira notes. Oh, yes. You know what I love to do, guys? I love looking at episodes on about our African heritage. And I love it because what it does is it gives me strength. It encourages me to carry on in our ancestors' strength, their ability to build, even though they were torn down, they still stood and built America. Isn't that something? What that does for me is it lets me know that even through a storm, I can build beautiful things. I can take something that someone threw away and make it beautiful again, usable, durable. stronger, and it'll last longer. Just by looking at our African ancestors, learning our history is awesome. If we cannot get a Black history class, we will get it. We are able to stand together and get a Black history class. Yesterday, I learned that in Florida, they do not want a Black history class because it will offend the white students. That's really, really messed up. Because how come would someone be offended by something that did not happen to them? How could someone be offended by something their ancestors didn't go through? You know what I think it is? Well, really, what I know it is that the older white people there who are racist, because all white people aren't racist, but the ones who are feel shame to let their children know what their ancestors did to human beings. That's what it is. And when I found this out and I said, Florida, oh my gosh, I was recently there. Oh, yes. But it wasn't racist white people after me. Trying to stop me. Mm-mm. It was Black people, the ignorant ones, the house niggas, the ones who are afraid of change because they are cop outs. Those ones. And you know, it still didn't stop me. I get strength when I look at the footage of our Black leaders, how they stood strong and they knew they were going to get hit with a billy stick, bit by a dog, watered down by fire hoses. They still went. So we don't give up in recovery. No, not in this nation of recovering addicts. We do not give up. We do not run because what we are doing is making a statement that we are not what you want us to be. And that situation did not determine our destiny in life. And we are uplifting other queens in recovery. We are gathering up in the nation of recovering addicts because, surprise, surprise, the Black queen do rise. Yes, we do. And words of wisdom is manifested right before their eyes. They take form, they take shape, and they work. We have learned to turn our pain into purpose. And with that purpose came power. And with that power, we stand on all 10 toes. So the only thing that backlash do to us is make us stronger and wiser. Because when folks come at us with ignorance, we hit them with intelligence. When folks come at us want to fight with their hands, we use our minds. We have been groomed for this position. Before we even entered Earth's atmosphere, before we were even in our mother's womb, we were being groomed to be queens. That's why we walk with grace every day. Surely goodness and mercy follow us everywhere we go. So you cannot trap us up. Uh-uh. The angels that God has placed around us will fight you to the death. So who's been grooming you is the question. And the title to this podcast. Do you know in a kingdom, the king and queen are groomed from childhood to be a king and to be a groom, mm, to be a queen and to be a bride of the king. They're carefully taught how to walk and talk, how to be when they enter into the kingdom and when they are crowned king and queen. Since the beginning of time, the black woman has been groomed to be queen. Many a times people have tried to copy our style, copy our cornrows and everything, our hair, even to our extensions. Yes, we have what they say weave, they say secret hair, but it's all the same, and it was created by us. Everything that we have been through in our recovery and on the road to recovery, all those dark times and trying times, we were being groomed to be strong black queens. We were being groomed through pain. We were being groomed through trying times when ignorant people would try us. Oh, we wasn't always this way. We have become unrecognizable to people. People don't even recognize us anymore. And it takes me to the story of Joseph. His brothers didn't recognize him when they threw him away into the pit. And by the grace of God, he was saved. Even when he was in prison, everything he went through, he was being groomed to be a ruler. He was being groomed to be in charge of a whole nation of people. Just like Malcolm X being groomed to be a king. Everything that we have been through, we were being groomed by our Father. We were groomed. And people do not recognize us because we're different. We have changed. Some folks like it. Yes, they accept it. And some folks don't. And yes, they reject it. But we do not really care because we know who we are. We know what we are. We know who we represent. And we know who we belong to. We know who groomed us through our pain and pressure, trying times and tribulations. We know who groomed us. And the reason why I came at you this morning with this is because I really want you to take inventory of yourself, my queens, my together women, my tomorrow women. I want you to take an inventory of yourselves, Miss Do Betters, my sobriety police. I want you to take a strong inventory and think about where you used to be. Yes, I want you to check back with www.memory.com and look at God. Look where He brought you from. Of course, you're going to be tried in these days and times. As you do know, you a queen, you a ruler, and you rule with power and purpose. You stand for something. You're not just wearing an outfit. Uh-uh. That doesn't make you. We know that looks are not what our Creator is interested in. It is not our income, it's the outcome that impresses our groomer, our Creator, our Father. So the message today is simple. Who is grooming you? What are you doing with your free will, your purpose? Have you found out what it is? Is your calling for you? Well, I suggest, like our sister Sierra say, pick up the phone. Please pick up the phone because your calling is calling you. Everything that you've been through, from your girlhood to your adolescence into your young adult, and now the mature woman you are, where you can face any trial because we don't see it as a trial. When troubles come at God's favorite daughters, us, we look at it and say, oh, yeah, another test. Okay, God got something for me because now I got to take this test. It's been presented to me. It's a test. And like a good teacher, like a great teacher, he going to be quiet. And he going to sit back and watch you take the test. He's going to see if you're going to rely on his strength or your own. Who you going to call? Him or Saul? Who you going to rely on through this test? Because I can tell you the truth. Passing the test is very easy. Okay? First of all, you got to hit ignorance with your intelligence. You got to know the plan of the enemy to seek and destroy your peace of mind. That he cannot have anymore because we have www.memory.com. And when we look into the archives of the troubles and trials and tribulations that we tried to handle on our own, it didn't work. But when we gave it to God, it worked. When we sat back and looked, it worked. When the enemy came upon us and we prayed, it worked. And every tear that you have cried has been collected in a cup. And when he poured out your blessings right before your enemy, you will rise. I find it amusing how people could hate on other people for being blessed. That's weird, isn't it? They think you woke yourself up. They think that you got yourself that position. They think you better. No, you're just living better. They think that you all that because your light's on, because you're responsible. They think you all that because you done left out of a dark place and entered into a light place. They think you did that. If only they knew what we've been through. If only they knew what makes us strong and resilient, where we don't fall for anything anymore. If only they knew. You see, I respect the covenant of God. I respect grace from Him, as all my sisters do. We respect it. The promise. We respect the promise. You see, the promise is the rainbow. It is a promise that God would not destroy mankind the way He did before with the flood. He is the most high God, King of everything and creator of everyone. And He promised. And I honor that. So when He took the splinter out of my eye and I was able to see clearly that I was walking with my eyes wide shut, that I was being led by the blind and I was blind. When I understood that, that's when I became mature enough to understand how to respect the love of God, how to respect grace, how to do the right thing with my free will. I learned that through pain, trials, and tribulation, my mistakes, other people's mistakes. I learned. So when we're going through, it doesn't mean that we're not loved. No. Someone said to me one day, which one is first? Knowledge or belief? Belief or knowledge? I thought about it. I said, well, I do know this. Faith. Faith is unseen. We have faith on things hoped for. Build your faith on things unseen and hopeful. Wow. So what that did was answer their question. I believe. Yes. Believing. Because faith is believing. And then you come into the knowledge of knowing He is real. Yes, you do. And once you've discovered that, you can go. You can live peacefully. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. He showed us that. It doesn't matter. As long as you focus on Him, not the left or the right. And please don't look behind you because that's where the enemy is. That's why He told us to tell Him, enemy, get thee behind me. I am about my Father's business. Get thee behind me. When He was out in the water, when the storm had rose up in the disciples, all of His apostles was afraid. They didn't know what that was over there until He rose up and He could see that it was Jesus. And He started to walk on the water. Oh, ye a little faith, He said, walk across the water. Come to me. And He started walking. And when He got midways in, that's us right there. I want you to see something right there, okay? When we get midways in and storms come about and the winds start blowing and the waves start roaring and whoop, don't look to the left or the right. Stay focused. Stay focused on Him. Stay focused on Jesus. Look straight ahead. Don't worry about what the naysayers saying, girl. They have never been in your situation. Don't worry about who trying to get at you. Look at you. You are the new, improved you. So walk across the water on your faith and believe, and then you'll know there's nobody greater. No one. There's no storm He can't calm down. There's no situation bigger than Him. He has groomed us from little girls. We've been through some things as children. If you grew up in the 80s like me, you did. If you had a family like mine, you did. Go through some things. Time and time again, God has made us resilient. We are shaped and formed of the Mother Earth. We cleanse ourselves. We produce life. We grow. We raise up crops like the Mother Earth. The crops is our children. We blossom. We were shaped and formed in the remembrance of Mother Earth. Understand, we breathe because of the trees. Oh, the oxygen. We have steady ground. So that's how we make it for our children. Oh, yes. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Do not be taken under by the waves of life, the trials and tribulations that we will go through, because knowledge is a blessing. It is a beautiful blessing. We've been groomed to stand here. Not any woman can do this, you know. We are special, very special, because we can tell people about the goodness of God. We can wake up happy. We don't desire things that we know will cause us problems. We don't look for someone to make it right. We do not put people on a pedestal because he tells us, do not put your trust in mankind because he will and she will deceive you every time. That's the way he put it. So when you gain your strength and you take that test and you pass, oh, he's going to test you again. But when everything seems like it's about to fall down, it's not. Because he had you the last time and the last time and all the other times. He moved in his time with a purpose. Because we have to be shaped and molded into getting the things that we really desire. When we really desire sobriety in our lives, he shape us and mold us to handle sobriety. Some people go through some harsh withdrawals. They do, physically and mentally. But he shapes and molds the place for you to be at. He shapes and molds the people who are going to be in your life. Those are your friends in the wilderness who have unconditional love for you, who are doing what they would have been ordained to do. They're doing something that they've been wanting to do their entire life, and that was to help God's children. They know they serve a God of a second chance. So when we go into these places for sobriety, when we go into recovery places, there are people there who serve a God of a second chance. And you know who they are. Oh, they don't have a slick smile or slanted eye to judge you. They listen. They don't sit back and let someone come in the institution and tell them something about what you used to do and judge you by that. They don't do that. They serve a God of a second chance like we do. They know when the sun shines on them, it's shining on us too. They know when it rains on them, it rains on us too. They've been groomed to be our friends in the wilderness. So you've been groomed to be the strong black queen that you are. Yes, you have. And your past does not determine your future, where you headed. They may have known where we've been, but they don't know where God has taken us. And since they could see all those days and all those weeks and months and years, the potential in us that we didn't see, and now we see it, they fear us. They fear us because we can do what they do better than them. We have experience, we have power, we have wisdom, we have understanding, we have a beautiful gift of love. Oh, yes, we do. But I implore you, hater, do not mess with God's daughters. Do not mess with his rebirth. Do not. because he will bring you down. And he promised you that. He told you that. He would do you about us. We don't need to call our crazy cousin Ricky. We don't have to go get Bouchon and Billy them, Katrina and Lazy Lizzie. We don't have to call no one but our Father. And he told you to bother my children will be like taking the chain of an anchor from a ship, putting it around your own head and jumping into the ocean. Do not mess with us. He do not play about us. So if you are upset, is what my father's told me to tell you. My father said, if you upset about the way I raised my daughter, about the way I have rebirthed my daughter, if you upset with what I'm doing, then take it up with me. That's his message to the hater. Take it up with him. If you don't like the way he blessing his daughters, if you don't like the way that he has mended our heart, made us stronger, wiser, and better, if you don't like it, he say take it up with him. Now I know if he can kick round on Satan, that you are no match for him. I don't care how many you are. You are no match for our God. So when you want to ask us in what army, listen up, Mr. Game Player. Us and the army of God. That's who. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. None. We do not fear the enemy. He groomed you to be a tailor-made hater. He groomed you every day to ignore your grace, for you to ignore the covenant, the promise, the rainbow. He has groomed you to be a hater. That's why you do it so well. That's why when you all together, you make so much noise. He loved ignorant people. He loved people in denial. He loved people who think that they're better than other people. He loved people who have a position of authority and abuse it. He loved you. He loved people with no resolve, people who can't handle it. The woulda, coulda people. Ooh, if that was me, I woulda, man, I coulda, ooh, I shoulda. But that tune will change to, oh man, if I woulda, man, I coulda did it this way. I shouldn't have even went with them boots. That's how that tune gonna change. We don't sing that song. No. Mm-mm. We got songs. And every one of us have a song in our heart for him, our creator, our father, our first love, our groomer, who has groomed us to be the strong black queens that we are. So if you have a problem with us being drug free, drama free, take it up with him. If you got a problem with us rather being home and grown and not running up and down the streets trying to meet someone for problems, trying to hurt somebody's feelings. If you got a problem with us not doing that, now that's called change. And you got to take that up with our Heavenly Father. Because the one thing that you need to know we did not invite you in our life. You followed someone into my life. I did not invite that person in my life. So when you are talked about, don't be sore, don't be mad, because we did not invite you into our life. You chose that position with your free will. You could have easily said, wow, everyone serves a God of a second chance. But that's not what you did with your free will. You took your free will and did what you do every day. And you are upset because we don't fall for the okie doke. We have a covenant and a bond with our Heavenly Father. So things that you enjoy of this world, we do not. The things that we enjoy, you will call boring. You would say that's boring. Oh, she's soft. Oh, she weak. Oh, she ain't how she used to be. And you're right. We are not the way we used to be. And no, we are not soft. And we are not weak. You're weak. Because it takes 15 to 25 of y'all to handle one of us. That's weak. That is not power. That is pitifulness. Straight pitiable. We do not have to raise our voice because we've been groomed to present ourselves like a queen. We enjoy things like spending time with our grandchildren. Oh, watching TV. I remember my queens. Let me get back to my queens because I don't like to waste my energy on talking to haters. But my queens, I I know you feel this when you look at your granddaughters and your grandsons, and you can see your kids in your grandsons as well as yourself. My granddaughter, Kanila, oh my gosh, Kanila she looked like my mama. Kanila looks like my mama, my auntie Lily. My mother name is Carolyn Yvonne Jenkins. She looks like my mama. She looks like my daughter. She looks like my aunt Lily. She looks like my auntie Mary. Oh my God. And my baby sister, Shantae. My granddaughter, Brielle, my Pepel. She looks like me. Oh my God. And her other grandmother, with her beautiful self, Miss Kathy Williams. Oh, when we look at our grands, and, and my daughter, her best friend and her, oh wow, her mother name is Sandra. Sandra has her grandchildren and she loves them so much. So having our grandchildren and you look at them, oh my goodness. Some people may find that boring. They may, but we don't. That's something that we love. Sleeping out the front porch, just chilling in the house, drinking a nice old glass of Coca-Cola. I used to say to myself, and I would cry to God that my vision was leaving me, guys. Oh man, the glaucoma was really working on it. And when I went and lost the vision in my right eye, I would see people with great vision doing dumb things all day, just taking all of that beauty for granted. And I would be like, man, guys, how come I only have vision in one of my eyes? There's so much I want to do. I I only could be out for 3 hours in the daytime. How? And I would cry to him, why? Can I have a little bit more time outside, please? That never came, you see. But I learned to embrace that. I learned to love what God has given me on the inside of my ark and my element. So I said, well, if I can't go outside in the sun, I'm going to make my house really fun. I'm going to bless on this house. I'm going to keep this house clean. I'm going to know that this house is not mine. This house belongs to my children and my grandchildren. Yeah, my name on the dotted line, but this is theirs. I tell my son, he's 11 years old, I tell him, everything in here belongs to you, except for my clothes and all the little girly doodads. Besides that, everything is yours. Everything. And I was groomed to be that way. And so have you, my queens, my sisters, my together women, my tomorrow women. I love all of you so much. I want you to celebrate your sobriety like you are a star, because you are a star. You are a shining star. Celebrate your sobriety. Wear it and wear it well. Thank God for every day that He has groomed you to be the queen that you are. You are not that, but the enemy want to make you believe. When he keep trying to come at you with all of those venomous words and ways, we know you. We done broke up with you. Leave us alone. My goodness. Satan reminds us of an abusive man who want us back but don't know how to do it. And he can't get us back. We done left you. So now you want to send your boys at us and your girls. We're not afraid of them either, because we know what they want too. They want to see us foot dragging around, hooked on drugs, doing dumb things. Yes, we have become unrecognizable to people who have known us our entire life. And we do not regret getting off front page. And we do not have malice either. No, we don't. We do not inhabit wrath. But we are human. And we did not write you into our life. We didn't invite you into our life. You came on your own because someone said to you, we were weak. Someone said to you, we are in need of a friend. No. Oh, what a friend we have in Jesus. Oh, oh, what a friend. And we are not weak. So when you see us cry, if we do, it's only because we're giving you to God to handle for us. So when you're grouped up, standing around, sitting in stores waiting for us, you're not going to get what you want. You're not. You're not going to get a temper flare up, because we know that every step of the way, on the way to the destination that we were headed to, surely goodness and mercy was with us and still is every day. So, who grooming you today? What have you been groomed to do on your day of grace? Who have you given all your power to? Mm, think about that. Who are you loyal to? Who do you love more than you love yourself? Mm, think about that. Who's grooming you for today? Who groomed you yesterday? Food for thought. Think about it. This has been Denise Jenkins with another edition of PLM people like me. I am my sister's keeper. Therefore, I shall keep my sisters out of harm's way. I shall give them love. I shall love on them. I shall show them how to love themselves. Oh, yes. I shall share with my sisters my experience. I shall teach. I shall give all that I can to my sisters because I am my sister's keeper. Therefore, I shall keep my sisters. Please like, subscribe, give your comments to Our Father's podcast and share it with everyone who need us. Black queens need each other in recovery. So, in the nation of recovery, I am asking you to please subscribe to this channel. Let's uplift each other, Black women. Let's do that because there's too many against our sobriety. There are too many who want us to go backwards instead of move forward. There are so many against us. So we have to stand together. Women like us, women who has been in that storm out there, who know the downfalls and the pit holes that's waiting for our other little sisters coming behind us. We need each other. I love you. Take care today. Walk in your grace. Use your free will to do good things all day. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you guys. Peace.